Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're cracking open a really powerful guide that's all about helping parents and teachers navigate one of the most exciting and, sometimes confusing times in a kid's life, the teenage years. We're going to break down the Hong Kong Education Bureau's new framework for parent education. So let's start with a feeling I think a lot of us know pretty well, that little bit of dread, the idea that the teenage years are just this inevitable storm you have to weather. You just got to hold on, wait for it to pass, and hope for the best, right? Well, what if that whole idea is just a myth? The research behind this framework tells a completely different story. It shows that this storm and stress concept, it's mostly just not true. The reality is, your role as a parent or a teacher doesn't get smaller, it just changes. You don't lose your influence. In fact, you become the most critical anchor in their life. Okay, so if it's not some big storm we just have to survive, then what is it and how are we supposed to navigate it? Well, that's exactly where this new framework comes in. It's designed to be a practical guide for the journey, for parents and for the schools that support them. I want you to think of this guide less like a dense, heavy rulebook and more like a modern, evidence-based map. What's really cool is that it's built on local research. We're talking focus groups and surveys with parents, students, and professionals right here in Hong Kong. So it gives you practical tools that actually work on the ground. And this quote from the foreword really gets to the heart of it. It says parents are important stakeholders. You play a vital role in your teens' growth, their values, their whole development. You see, this is all about partnership. To make it simple, the framework boils this entire journey down into 4 core domains. You can visualize it like this 4-leaf clover. Just like a plant needs certain things to thrive, the idea here is that a teen's growth is nurtured by these 4 connected areas. Let's take a quick look at each one. All right, let's explore these 4 areas to navigate. We'll take a quick peek at what each of the core domains on our map actually covers. First up, understanding the terrain. This whole domain is about adolescent development. And it's not just about mood swings, It's about the deep, profound changes that are happening in their bodies, their brains, and their social worlds. All the stuff that's shaping the person they're becoming. Now, this is where it gets super fascinating. The framework connects these huge developmental concepts to everyday teen behavior. For instance, once you know that the reward system in a teen's brain is just firing on all cylinders, their constant search for new things and excitement starts to make a lot more sense. Suddenly, it's not just them being defiant, it's development in action. And that insight, it changes everything about how you can guide them. The second area, well-being, takes us from just understanding to actually doing. This is all about how you can actively promote your teen's physical, mental, and social health. This really shifts the focus beyond just school grades to equipping teens with actual life skills. We're talking about teaching them how to manage stress, how to build resilience, how to practice mindful parenting so you can respond with empathy, and, crucially, respecting that every single teen learns in their own unique way. Now, the third part of our map focuses on someone who often gets forgotten in this whole equation. You. Promoting parent well-being is a powerful reminder that if you're going to be a good guide on this journey, well, the guide needs to be healthy and supported too. This domain basically gives you official permission to focus on your own health. It offers tools to help you spot parenting stress and really encourages self-care. Because, as the saying goes, you can't pour from an empty cup. Your own well-being directly shapes the entire family's environment. And finally, our map shows that you are absolutely not on this journey alone. The fourth domain is all about building a powerful alliance, the homeschool partnership. It's all about collaboration and community. Think about it. When home and school are working together, the teenager gets this incredibly consistent, unified support system. This partnership is just so crucial for everything from agreeing on core values to helping them figure out their future. Okay, so how do we actually put this map, and especially this idea of partnership, into practice? Let's take a look at one of the biggest topics for any teenager: planning for their future, their career, their life. The framework gives us a simple but really powerful tool for this called the CARE principle. It's a neat 4-step guide for both parents and schools. You consider their unique personality, you assist them with resources, you respect their individual voice and choices, and you empower them with the skills and values they need to succeed. Simple, right? And this quote from the framework just sums it up perfectly. It says that effective homeschool cooperation helps teens smoothly transition. This shows us that cooperation isn't just a nice to have, it's absolutely essential. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here, so let's bring it all together and highlight the key things from this guide that you can start putting to use, maybe even today. So what does all of this boil down to? Just remember the number 4. At its heart, this whole guide is built on 4 simple, connected ideas: understanding your teen, looking after their well-being, looking after your own health, and building that strong partnership with their school. If you don't remember anything else, remember this. First, forget the teen storm. Your influence is the real anchor. Second, use this framework like a flexible map, not some rigid set of rules. And third, please remember, you are not alone in this. That partnership between home and school is your most powerful tool. And we'll leave you with this final thought. This framework isn't just about you guiding your teen from the outside. It's really about learning how to co-navigate the journey with them. So the real question is, how can you use this map to work together, to turn what feels like a storm into a shared opportunity for connection and growth? That's the real journey. Thanks for joining us for The Explainer.